எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். என்னோட பேர் பிரியா. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம ஜீன்ஸ் ஃபேஷன் ஸ்டோரோட லான்ச்சில் இருக்கோம். இது வந்து எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் அவென்யூ மால் சென்னையில் நடக்குது. அண்ட் இது என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்ட் ஹம்சா. ஸோ இன்னைக்கு வந்து நிறைய பேர் வந்திருக்காங்க டு ஜாயின் அஸ் ஃபார் தி ஈவெண்ட். அண்ட் நீங்கள் வந்து இங்கே எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் அவென்யூ மாலுக்கு வருவீங்க, உங்களுக்கு ஷாப் பண்ண பிடிக்குன்னா கண்டிப்பாக இந்த கடை வந்து பாருங்கள். ஏன்னா தே ஹாவ் அ லாட் ஆஃப் குட் அவுட்ஃபிட்ஸ். அதுவும் வெஸ்டர்னில் they are known for their outfits and எல்லாமே சூப்பர் குவாலிட்டி. கண்டிப்பாக உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்கும். நான் இப்போ வந்து அவங்களோட ஒரு கலெக்ஷன், லேட்டஸ்ட் கலெக்ஷனோட ட்ரெஸ் தான் போட்டிருக்கேன். அண்ட் இவங்களோட ஜாக்கெட்டும் அவங்களோட கலெக்ஷன்லேருந்து தான். ஸோ டெஃபினட்டாக உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்கும். வாங்க, இந்த நியூ இயர் அண்ட் கிறிஸ்மஸ்க்கு வந்து யூ கேன் பிக் அப் அவுட்ஃபிட்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் ஹியர். அண்ட் தேங்க்யூ. ஆமாம், பிராண்ட் தான் எல்லாமே. ஆமாம், இந்த பிராண்ட் ஆல்ரெடி பலேடியமில் இருந்துச்சு, அங்கே க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இப்போ நியூவாக இப்போ இங்கே ஓப்பன் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் அவென்யூவில். அண்ட் எல்லாமே யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ்க்காகவே பண்ண பிராண்ட் தான். ஸோ அவங்களோட ஃபவுண்டர்ஸ் டிடிஆர் அண்ட் ஹேமந்த் ரெண்டு பேருமே பாரிஸில் படித்து அவங்க அங்கேருந்து எல்லா இதுவுமே அவங்க டிசைன் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்காங்க. ஸோ இங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாமே வந்து யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் இதுலேருந்து எல்லாருமே போட்டுக்கலாம். யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ்னு நான் வந்து லிமிட் பண்ண விரும்பலை. கண்டிப்பாக அவங்களோட பேரண்ட்ஸ் யார் வேணால் போட்டுக்கலாம். அண்ட் அவங்க சைஸஸுமே வந்து ஸ்மால் வந்து XXL வரைக்கும் வச்சுருக்காங்க. ஸோ தே குட் தட் வே. அது மட்டும் ஐம் நாட் ஷுர், பட் அவங்களுக்கு மும்பைலையும் ஒரு கடை இருக்குது. ஸோ பாரிஸ்லேயும் இருக்குது. ஸோ மும்பை, டெல்லி அண்ட் சென்னை. No manufacturers. They want to know where the outfits are manufactured.
Well, mainly in Delhi actually. Mainly in Delhi, Gurgaon. Yes.
Got it.
Yes. In small workshops, but also some big ones, our own workshops. Understood. And then we also, according to speciality, we support them.
Understood. We're giving a Tamil bite, so I just wanted to figure out. Yeah. So, அவங்களோட manufacturing unit வந்து டெல்லியில் இருக்குது. அங்கேருந்து தான் எல்லா அவுட்ஃபிட்ஸுமே வருது.
It feels as if all the press of Chennai can't even fit into the shop.
I'm glad.
So thank you very much for this warm welcome.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, as you can see, we're not newcomers. We've been around for some time.
Yes.
And we started in Paris at a very different level, at high fashion. And some 20 years ago decided that we really needed to get into ready to wear.
Right.
And moved to India and started experimenting, and it took a very long time to find out the right formula for India, because with the overwhelming amount of festive wear and wedding wear which we have in India, which is the segment of high fashion for our country here, it was important for us to get something which would be a totally different segment. And so we arrived at this level for this, which is also very expressive, but it's different, but it's at a day wear and a daily wear level of society. So it's also not a budget that you have to save for 20 years.
It's very affordable.
It's affordable, and it encourages change. So we try to be up to date, modern in each collection, but we also pay attention of mixing and matching clothes from last season into the new season.
Yeah.
What I'm wearing is like 3 or 5 seasons old.
Yes, I mean that's something which amuses me, like, you know, the concept of seasonless fashion. That resonates very well with your brand. But then how do you approach designing collection that transcend the traditional seasonal trends? Like how do you do that?
Well, you still have to give people something that they don't have. Otherwise they won't come to you. You know, I don't think you'll make a big name with white t-shirts. I love white t-shirts.
Yes, and then you pair it up with
yes,
something.
Exactly.
And then,
But our point of view is of making things a little bit more characteristic and giving them a bit more of a expression of the season, that the way we feel it's coming up, so that you are dressy and you can be dressed from morning to evening.
Perfect. So, can you describe how you approach the intersection of traditional Indian techniques and modern French design sensibilities in your collection?
Well, it's very subtle. As you can see, there are some checks here which can be a vague recollection of Kanchipuram, very vague.
Okay.
You see, so there's inspirations that you can find everywhere. India is a country which is so vibrant, full of graphics, full of botanics, full of beautiful architecture, beautiful culture. Millennium of culture. And then you have such a strong culture here in the south, which is very often seems like a different country when you come from the north. Just like when you go to the north, it feels like a different country. It's a different weather, climate zone. It's a different language. It's a different people, it's a different language, everything is different. So it's quite amazing how in India we have so many different countries that come together.
Yeah. And for you to bring two vibrant cultures of Indian and French, and then have like a solid, perfect marriage between these two.
Well, it's a funny story because we change identities all the time. Because when we were in France, we were the Indians in Paris, and now we're the Frenchies in India.
So you were able to bring that because you had a hint of both the cultures in you, and that
Well,
is
we
why.
had to turn it around.
Okay. Chennai is home to your latest store now, and what made you choose this city? And how do you see the local market embracing your designs?
Well, as far as I can judge, very warmly. I can see. Well, it was a great encounter with Sunita ma'am and the family,
Right.
and it was a collaboration which makes you feel even more welcome in the city. So I'm very, very grateful and happy to be here.
So glad that we have designers like you who can showcase here, because then we get to actually get the taste of both France and India in one place.
Yes, and it's a different story. Obviously, it's a different story than what you wear traditionally. So it's refreshing, and I think it corresponds to people. I mean, I don't see many people dressed traditionally right now. When I look at all of you people,
Yeah.
So in the day where it makes sense not to be traditional, and the evening where it makes sense to be traditional, there we are.
Right.
Yeah.